Okay, 1790, good luck. So we get white this game. We've had a few blacks in a row. So now we get white. What do I want to play here? Let's just play a normal d4 game. Our opponent, 1900 games of rapid, very good. I'm just going to go g3, go slowly and steadily, does it? Now that's a very bold move. What is he doing? Oh, he's not using any time either, just playing instantly. Unusual for a rapid game. What on earth is he doing? It's weird, isn't it? A little bit beyond weird. How do I want to play this then? I'm just going to challenge for the centre. I'm not scared about the bishop here. I'll just move the rook. There could be a problem if the other bishop gets in, of course, but I'll just move the rook. I guess he'll launch one. We could end up with a French type structure, I guess. Unless we take. Again, I'm not an e4 player, so some of these structures are kind of not really what I tend to go for. Now, is it feasible to push here before my opponent does? Takes, knight takes. Is there a trick? I don't see it. Don't quite see it. So I'm looking at this, or this. I'm just going to go play a really steady move, b3, preparing c3 or c4, depending on what he does and if he clogs it. He comes there, so I'll just push up one. And I'll try and take back. Now the problem is there's going to be the bishop coming down, but I think I can blockade. I think I've got bishop up and then pawn push. So I've got this, but yeah, he's playing it silly fast for a rapid game. And what's he doing? It's 10-minute rapid. Now this guards this pawn and this guards this pawn. I can kick the bishop. But we're very close to being able to push on if he just keeps ignoring it. So he's only pushed once. So I guess that suggests he wants me to push on. But I've got this now and he's going to have to trade, right? And that's got to be good for us. So let's just do that and trade. So there's a target there, but I'd like to go here. I don't know why he's not castling. He might do this move. But it's like he wants me to push here, so he must have figured out some tactics. So am I blundering with d5? And if he plays d5 himself now, do I play e5, which is what I was intending? Yeah, he really wants me to push on. He really wants me to play here. So I assume takes, but then knight takes, we've got queen takes, so he can't do that. So here, if he closes, we can take, right? Here. If he takes, we take, and then he pushes on. I wonder if we can just sack there. It just feels wrong, doesn't it? So what if I do this one? I think he just trades, and pawn forward. I've got queen up here to attack this pawn. Does that matter? I've got rook across. Well, I haven't had to pressure this one. Let's do that. I'm burning time now, so I've got to try and come up with a plan. So I'm just going to try and gently pressure this. I'm just not sure which to push. He wants me to do this. I think he wants to do this and clog it down with this setup. So now I say that he's gone the other way. So take here, pawn takes. And it's whether I want that file open or I want to plant a pawn and kick his knight. And where's that knight going to go? I'm not sure. I like the idea of pushing the pawn in and try and target this. So he's come forward. He's using no time whatsoever, is he? No time at all. Okay, let's just drop that bishop back. Then what have I got? Knight back to a challenge here. You see, he must be a strong player to get a rating like this. But he's playing it incredibly quick. So I'm looking at knight back just to simply challenge the knight and then say how you're going to do it. He might just simply push on, I guess. But we don't want to leave a knight in our half of the board like that if we can help it. So knight back and then suddenly it's triple attacked. Knight takes, queen takes. So he's played queen on to deal with it. Going here. So knight back takes, queen takes, rook takes. Mixes it up a bit, doesn't it? Mixes it up. I don't see anything better, so I'm going to play it. Then if he takes, I think I can take the c6 pawn, but I'll have to still stop and try and figure it out. He might get his rook active and my bishop might be trapped or something. We'll have to just worry about that when it happens. I'm committed now. And again, if we could trade these 2 pawns for 1, we're a pawn down, but it's probably still difficult to convert with black, probably. But he's got a good position on it. He just has to get his king safe. He's got a good position. You can see somebody who knows what they're doing here. Now he's played back over. So what's the idea there? He wants me to play here now. I can't play f4. That's just silly with this there. That is silly, isn't it? So let's go h4 and kick the knight back then. Or where else is he going to go? Unless he's got a trick in mind, which he might have. Oh, he's just come back. What's he doing? But now I take, right? What am I missing? I just take. Now we double attack this. He's got a rook or bishop, so he's fine, but... why is he not castling as well? So he's gone to defend it with the knight. What am I missing here? Queen up would be nice, then surely he'll have to castle. But have I got any other trick? I don't see it, but if I could get the bishop here, we could stop the castling. Push, takes, either way. There's no trick, I don't think. I'm looking at this and develop the bishop, but I don't think it works. So bishop back, but I don't have queen up. So queen here is attacking. Castle, and you're probably fine. Queen here, and I attack, and I get my queen developed. Yeah, let's go here. It just means I can't retreat the bishop now, but I'm triple attacking this, and you don't have the rook to guard. You've got your bishop, but not the rook. Maybe rook up to guard the pawn laterally. Then if he pushes, I can counter push. That's what he's gone for, but that's a slight predicament. I can't drop the bishop back here now in a hurry, so I'm going to try and double the rooks up and pile the pressure on. I just don't want to collapse this open and lose my bishop. So he's finally castled. So do we just call the other side of the board now, or even come back and sack? Take, take, check. That looks nice actually, doesn't it? I've got rook across here, but he can guard. So I'm actually going to switch plans, and I'm going to prepare to sack here, or bishop here. Well, he's pushed forward. What the heck? This is crazy, this game, isn't it? I have to take. I don't think I can not take there. This really is a crazy game. So that pawn is loose now. So do I ignore it and go here? Do I go here or here? Bishop up, but I lose my queen. That's no good. So I think I go here then. Try and guard everything. I'm going to try and play bishop up. This is the fun and the challenge of chess, though, isn't it? Trying to figure out complex positions where you've not seen a position like this before. And who knows what's going on for either side. Okay, so he's played another quick move, but the knight can't jump forward, so I'm looking at the bishop here to guard this, but he's opened the file up. It would threaten a nasty push. Right now, 2 attack that and 2 defend it. I've even got bishop here to try this out now, but it must be right to go here first and force the queen to shift somewhere. Then maybe rook across and 3 would attack and 1 or 2 defend, depending on what he does. But we can try and put pressure on here as well, but how? How do we do it? Do I drop my bishop back? At least the bishop can retreat to the natural defensive square now. Or do you want it on the attacking diagonal? Check, I don't think does anything for me. So he's moved across to attack the queen. Okay. So gain a pawn, lose a queen, gain a queen. Oh, that's no good. That's nonsense, isn't it? So queen back is the common sense move here. I don't see anything else to think about, so I'll drop back. So now 3 attack and only 1 defend. How many pawns have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am a pawn up. I thought I'd won a pawn. You lose track sometimes. But because of this pawn structure for both of us, we'd like our light squared bishops off the board if we could do it. Very dangerous if you've got the queen and the bishop there. So he's dropped the queen back, so that allows me to take either way. But if I take here, they moves the rook, I can just drop all the way back or even trade right and simplify. But it's dangerous if I lose this, but he keeps his. That's really, really dangerous. But it's got to be right to take while I've got the chance. So I'll grab a second pawn, but I might have to drop it back and try and keep it rather than trading for the knight, for instance. So he plays across. I think I can drop back. Takes, looks covered. But we'll have to just figure out what he comes up with. But it's an ultra aggressive approach, and it's not in my natural style of play. This more slow, steady positional, so it's risky. So he's moved the knight and he's hanging this, and I can't get the queen off. That's the danger. I've had this before. I think I've played this 3 times now from memory. Recent memory. I've given up my bishop for a rook, and I've lost 1 and won 2, but I did get badly beaten on the diagonal once when my opponent still had this. So take, queen takes. We don't have a nasty back rank. Obviously your instincts are that you want to take, but if I don't, say I push here, you can just take, right? So take, if queen takes, maybe rook up, but it's too dangerous, I think. I'm going to drop the bishop back. Yeah, I've gone wrong taking that rook before. Like I say, I've got the experience of that, so I'm going to drop back. Knight in though, I might have to take, because otherwise this is rather dangerous as well, isn't it? That's exactly what he's played. So what about rook here then? If takes, I've got rook takes. That doesn't look too bad. But whatever I do, I have to do it relatively quick now. Oh, takes, and I've hung my pawn. I might have to take with a pawn then. I've kind of gone wrong time and time again here, haven't I? Oh, now he's played back over. What the heck is this? Okay, let's drop back then. But if he takes, I might have to take with a pawn. The whole position is shattered, isn't it? If I take with a rook, queen takes. Oh, I take there. So here, bishop takes, queen takes. I can get a rook off. I'm actually level still, aren't I? Yeah, I'm comfortable with giving a pawn back here, because I'm still going to be a pawn up. It's 6 against 4, isn't it? But I get the danger material off the board. Now that bishop's gone, I'm hoping I can outplay him in the end game. So he's got a pawn there. I hope there's no other trick. But then I've got a back rank check and one of the rooks is coming off. I'm not sure I can grab the other pawn because he might get a check and win my rook. Still going to be very difficult to convert this. Very difficult. I'm going to get that rook off the board. But here, I can't just take this. I guess I need to check here. If I take with a rook, he just queens checks, takes and wins the game. So I need to go cautious here. So I'm going to check and try and get the queen off the board. Depends where I go here. I'm not sure what the right square is. Probably the light square so I can block here. Actually, I'll probably go forward. Let's go here so he doesn't have a check. He can come down and I can block if he targets this pawn. Pros and cons. Maybe I should have gone here to stop him coming forward, but I guess he had this anyway. Actually didn't. He's got that. That's what he's found. So do I throw a check in here as well then? A check? He'll come back. No, he won't necessarily, will he? I'm going to trade here. I'm not sure I can outplay him in this game. He's clearly a strong player. He knows what he's doing. If we can swap the outer pawn, it should be just a stone cold draw. It should be. So he's going to take a pawn. No other reason to go there. Now I can check and he's protected this. But check here and then I can check here and win this pawn, hopefully. So I'm hoping I can check. I think he goes here. I think he's going to have to. But if I play a move like this, he can still go here and guard the pawn. So we might as well check. I think he has to come this way, not this way. Well, he's gone that way, but now I can check here and I can collect the pawn. So he needs to be on the dark square. And he's given us it with a check. So now, I mean, whether I can actually win this or not is still debatable. Or still rather difficult. Actually, it is, isn't it? I'm looking at pushing up here. He doesn't have a check, does he? So I'll push the pawn. And ideally I could do with being here to stop the diagonals. He's hitting this though. No, I'm going to go forward. This can be swapped off, as long as I don't blunder a silly checkmate. A draw might be the best I can do, of course it might, but you know, if he gets his queen round the back, he might have endless checks. But if we get the... Oh, I've just missed the queen off. No, I didn't. I did. I played f3. I played f3. I'm threatening queen off now. If I get the queen off a pawn up, I should be winning. I'm confusing myself there, but at least I've got the clock back now. If I find a check to get the queen off, then I should be better. So if I go here, he doesn't have a check, the covered. If he goes back again and check, and we force a trade, that should be winning. Should be. Doesn't mean it is, but it should be. So I'm going to check and check. See, what's he thinking of there? He's only got one move, but I don't actually see the finish. That's a problem. I don't see how I get that queen off the board. He's guarded this as well, hasn't he? So I'm just going to push the pawn then. I'm still covering this check, but he's got this one, and I'll block, I think. But he might win this pawn. I'm trying to confuse him by finding different checks instead of just repeating. So check, block, and I'm on a dark square this time when I check. But I don't want him getting checks around the back and then I'll suddenly walk into a mating net or something if my king gets stuck, or an endless repetition. But now can I go here and I hit the pawn? I guess he goes here. Or can I check here? Check up, check, takes, takes, king takes. That might be the break I needed to be winning. But he can create the outer pawn, but I can get the queen off. We could just go here, but we can force the queen off. Trade, trade, pawn up or king up. What does he do? King across, across. When he pushes, he gets the outer pawn. Well, that's a problem. Could be losing. So I guess I can push here then. I'm going to be bold and push the pawn. Yeah, I could have forced the queen off, but it might have actually been losing there because he's the one who can create the outer pawn. There's not enough time to figure things out. Now this pawn is loose. Oops. That's an oops, isn't it? How do I guard it? Let's drop back. I'm going to try and push. Yeah. Too difficult chess in it. Too difficult. I'm trying to push my pawn and get right up. Oh, he's happy to trade there. Okay, I'll trade. I'll push. I've not been able to put him under time pressure at all. That's unfortunate. But now if I get here, I'm threatening a mating net. A back rank mate. If I can keep them, of course. Wait, okay, let's go over and try and create it. As long as I've got queen across. Where do I go? Let's go here. So now I guard my pawn. Can I blockade anywhere? Because I'm only one move off a mate now. I have to do this though, don't I? Whether it's winning or it's just a theoretical draw. It's probably a draw if he trades. I don't think I can ever push through. Oh wait, here? Has he hung it? He's finally made the blunder. He's finally made the blunder there. I think if you traded it was probably a draw. Let's find out. What a difficult game that was, wasn't it? Not my normal style of play. Very challenging game. So let's see what it was in engine speak. 57 moves. They're the move times for both players. Boy, that was a tough one. Yeah, it's likely it was a theoretical draw there at the end. It looks like it was just a one move mistake. It was indeed. Just a one move mistake, that's all it was, hanging checkmate. So how far was it a theoretical draw? Did I never have any chance to win? Have I blundered somewhere? Let's find out. Well, we have been much better and we blundered it back to level at move 37. So at least we've better or level the whole game, but again, it did go. It should have been a draw. 92 against 83 on the accuracy, but that's a bit misleading. It was never that. And that's not really quite a reflection of it. My opponent was the one doing all the attacking play, really, to be fair. But nothing much has been flagged here, but it's just not my normal style of play. And e5, I should have been playing that early before the pawn push comes on. Okay, that's something. I was a little bit passive, maybe a little bit defensive in the opening. Yeah, I should be playing e5 a lot sooner, trying to gain that space. I do have a blunder coming up somewhere, though. Let's see where that was. And yeah, indeed, d5 was the right move. So it was the move. I was thinking takes, and pawn down. And what do I actually do? Not easy to come up with a plan, but it was the correct move. So again, didn't trust my instincts there. So this is all okay. The knight here, there, he should have just traded and then takes, and I was going to take this pawn and then worry about what to do. So h4 was good, and he should have dropped his knight back to h7. That's what I was expecting. So we've gained a pawn here. So this is all good, but bishop back to c1. I should have been bolder with g4, g5, h5 ideas rather than spending a move with a bishop coming back. Then our opponent just blew it open with the move f5. So takes was correct. So these moves, I've done them correctly. Then bishop to g2. I should have been a bit bolder here as well. Bishop up to f4, but I was a bit concerned about just a simple sacrifice and it rips the defense open. Then the queen could clatter, and maybe it's nothing. In engine language, it's nothing. Yeah, bishop f4, knight to d5 was the move, and then bishop to e5. And then give up an exchange. That's engine language for you. So there's my blunder coming up, queen e4. All these are just good maneuvering moves from both of us. Rook was correct. And I should have thrown a queen check in here. So I should have done that. But that's what I'd already done, wasn't it? I'd already been there, hadn't I? Yeah, I'd already been there. And then I should have gone back again, but I didn't want to repeat the position. And then queen to c3 I should have ended up. Why that makes a difference, I don't know. But I should have been on c3 rather than here, presumably to cover this idea. But it's now, with that move, just back to level. And it stays back to level until that one move blunder at the end. So we're both manoeuvring here, trying to find a way to break through. We're seeing our clock ticking down. We're both using a lot more time now. And I'm trying to advance my pawns. But it is still level here, so my idea for check and trade here, no, it wasn't good. Then f4 was a good move. So this was all okay. Then it simply comes down to a one-move blunder. Oh, he's got a nice nasty move there, hasn't he? You can just play a comedy move, queen to c4, and if you take, it's a stalemate. So he's got a comedy move he can throw in there, and my queen is pinned, so my queen can't go forward. And it's just a one-move blunder, and he doesn't realise that the back rank has gone, but really, really lucky to win that one.